video, we are going to understand how to add animation to the letters. Let's begin with pictoblox. We need letters, so we can go to the sprites library on the letters category, and we can take the letters from here as desired. Here I'm going to take a word called coding. So I'll take the second character here. That will be this one, and place them accordingly on the game stage. Likewise, take the remaining sprites from the sprites library like this and place them accordingly on the game stage. Now we need a backdrop also. You can take any backdrop that you wish for. I'm taking this one. And I need one more sprite here. Let's say starfish. Well, now is the time to add animation to these letters. So basically, when you are going to do an event, that means either you click on this sprite or you press any key from the keyboard. So these characters should work accordingly. So now we have to give instructions to them one by one. Let's begin with the first sprite, that is C. And here I'm going to say that when I'm going to click on this sprite, I'll maximize this for you. Yeah. So when I'm going to click on this particular sprite, so it is going to change its color. So I'll go to the looks category and take the instruction change color effect by 25 and join it here. Now this is the code for the first sprite. So let's click on see how this is working. So every time you click on this particular character, it's changing colors. Great. So now is the time to add the instructions for the second sprite, that is O in my case. So again, when we go to this particular sprite and click on this, so we will take this instruction when this sprite is clicked. That time, I want it to tilt around. So what we can do is we can go to the motion and take this instruction, turn 15 degrees. Let's click on O. So it is tilting a little less. If you want to tilt it more, so we can, either increase the number of degrees here. Let's call it as 50 degree or something. Or we can simply add a loop also here. Like for example, this repeat statement and join them together. Let's click on O and see how this is working. Great. Let's add the instructions to the third sprite. Now, when I click on this sprite, I want it to play a guitar sound. So I'll take the first instruction same. When I click on this sprite, so it should play a sound. So we need to go to the sound category and take the first instruction from here, play sound. And there is a drop down arrow, and here you can see we do not have the guitar sound. So what we can do is we can go to the sounds category on the top here, and we can add it from the library. Now in the search box you can search out for guitar, and there are so many sounds here, so you can take any one. I'm taking this one, guitar strum. Let's go to the blocks category, and here in the script area, click on the drop down arrow. We have our desired sound. Click on this. Now once it is selected, so click on this sprite and see how this is playing guitar for you. Great. Let's add instructions to the next sprite. And when I click on this sprite, I want this sprite to play drums for me and also dance a little bit. So what we are going to do is we'll take the first instruction same when we click on this sprite. So firstly, we want it to be moving. So how do we move a sprite? So basically with the motion block. So it's like move 10 steps, and we need to come back to its original place. Let's say minus 10 steps. That means this positive value will take it to the right hand side, and this will bring back to the left hand side. And just to see how this is working, you can click on this. So right now it's not visible to us, so we need to add a wait instruction here so that we could see how this is working. So give a little time here, say 0.1 second. Now click on this. Now you can see the movement, that it is going to the right hand side and coming back again. And now every time it goes to right and left, I want it to play the drum sounds. So one way of adding the sounds was from the sound gallery. From here, we can search for the desired sound and add it into the sprites instructions. Another way to add music to this sprite is go to the extensions and scroll down for this music extension. Once you get this, you get these many instructions, and you can just join it here. And every time it goes to the right hand side, it should play drum and come back to its original position and play the drum one more time. From here, we can take the different sounds also. I'm taking the same only. Let's click on the sprite and see how this is working for us. Great, it's moving and playing the drum sounds also. Let's code for the next sprite. I want this sprite to grow and shrink in size every time we click on this. So the first instruction will be the same when this sprite is clicked, and it is supposed to change its size. And we can go to the looks category and look out for an instruction change size by this one 10. And let's click on this. It is growing bigger in size, and we want it to reduce the size also. So we will take it as -10, for example. So it would be again the same. This positive value will increase the size and this negative value will decrease the size. Now you click on this, it is not visible because it is happening so quick. So either we can give a wait instruction here to see how this is working. For example, 0.1 seconds, and click on this. So you can see it is happening great. Now, in order to give that a moving effect, so we can like a pumping effect, like the heart is pumping. So that way we need to add a repeat block here. For example, this repeat for 10 times this particular instruction, and repeat again 10 times this second instruction. Join them together and click on this and see how this is working. Great. Now here you can see that as compared to other characters, this is a little bigger in size already. So we can go to the looks category and click on this particular instruction, set size to 100%. Now you see this sprite has got back to its normal position, normal size. And here now it is working great. Coming to the next sprite, here I want to change the instruction that every time I was clicking on the sprite and the sprite was changing colors or dancing or playing drums or guitar. Now here I want when I press the space bar from the keyboard, that time this sprite should change color also and should move also, like tilting effect should be there. So we can say that it should turn, and we can give a different value here. For example, say turn by 19 degrees. You can try those variations accordingly. And every time you press the space bar from the keyboard, you can see that it is tilting with 90 degrees. And I want it to change the color effect also. So we can go to the looks category and take the instruction, say change color effect by 25. Now when I press the space bar, it is tilting and changing colors. Great. Now is the time for the last sprite to have the instructions. And the first instruction will be the same that when we click on this particular sprite. So I want this starfish to swim around in the ocean. So now the moving effect can be added with a lot of instructions. I am using a glide instruction here. So we need to go to the motion category and look out for glide for 1 second to a particular position. And to make it more interesting, we will, add 2, 3 locations here. So we need to change the coordinates from here. Like this, you can give different coordinates as you wish for. So now when I click on this starfish, so it is basically going to glide around like this. Now the thing is, it is not coming back to its starting place. Now it is shifted upwards. To give it to a starting position, we need to add another instruction set that when we click on the green flag, So it should go to a starting position, and we can add go to xy, and here you can give the coordinates like this. You can give different coordinates also. So now when I'm going to click on the green flag, so the starfish is coming to its starting position, and then we can click on this to see how this instruction set is working for us. So we can maximize the game stage and see how this is working. Now is your time to add creativity to this. We'll see you in the next video.